We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Bill. Bill has been having some major HDMI troubles. He bought a refurbished Denon AVR X3000. After a few weeks, its main HDMI output stopped working. He started using its Zone 2 HDMI output, but after about a week, that died too. He was immediately sent a replacement refurbished unit, but a little over a month later, first his cable satellite HDMI port stopped working, then his Blu-ray port, then all of his HDMI ports died 2 days after that. The man is killing HDMI ports the way I kill plants. All right?
HDMI port serial killer.
That's right, dude. Seriously. Don't ever touch my gear. Like, don't even come in my house. I'm sorry. You have to stand outside. I'll talk to you out there with the bugs. He sent it in for repair. He used an Onkyo SR353 while it was away. Five days into using the Onkyo, all of its HDMI ports stopped working. His sources are a cable box and a Roku. With both of his AV receivers out of commission, he connected them directly to it. Dude, there is no chance in heck I would have done what you just said. I am not connecting anything to my projector. You have lost your mind. You are a believer, sir. You are a believer. With his AV receivers out of commission, he connected them directly to his Epson projector and ran optical audio. Now the HDMI port on his cable box just died, and it killed the HDMI 1 input on his Epson projector too. What the heck is going on, and what should he do? First of all, stop plugging in HDMI cables. Just step away from the H. We've heard of this before, right? This is like a power surge thing, right?
Yes.
Is that what this is?
I mean, this is what I strongly suspect. So actually, over on The Verge, which is the images I'm going to show come from that article.
We completely covered this in the podcast, like, what, 2 years ago or something like that?
It might have been whenever this article came out.
2016, it was last year, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so these images, first of all, he showed some absolutely fried HDMI cables, which sounds like a very similar situation to what Bill's getting. And then he showed the culprit, which is that he unplugged the coax line going into his cable TV box, touched it to a piece of metal, and caused quite the spark.
Right.
Now this
it killed
happens...
everything in his home theater.
Yeah,
he killed his TV, killed his receiver.
That's right.
I mean, it was a brand new out of the box
Vizio P series, when the Vizio P series was brand new, and they were trying to review it, and it killed it. And he killed his plasma that he was very sad about because they weren't making them anymore, so he couldn't replace it. Yeah. This is what happens when something has gone wrong with the wiring. Now, in his case, someone had put a staple through the coax TV cable. All right, staple had gone through it because they were trying to secure it to the studs, but they put a staple right through it, caused a short circuit. But this can also happen when, some of the wiring is just touching part of the coax cable that it isn't supposed to, or there's improper grounding in your house, whatever it is. But this really, really sounds like a coax cable that is becoming energized for some reason, because it's the cable box out inputs that died first. It's the cable box itself that died. When the cable box was connected directly to the Epson, that's the port on the Epson that died. It really, to me, sounds like it's an energized coax cable from your cable TV. So what you should do is call your cable company and be like, hey, I have a fire and safety hazard. I think I have an energized coax cable. Yeah.
You can either fix it, and dude, you have to keep this article on hand. You have to send them the article and say, listen, this is what's happening. And unplug the coax cable, like with rubber gloves or something. Right. And, try to touch it to something not connected to an HDMI cable or an HDMI port in any way, shape, or form. See if you can get it to discharge. I mean, it might actually do it.
If you get a spark, then you know that's it. But I mean, this is far more than just bad luck. If you had one HDMI port on one device that died, we might go, okay, that could be bad luck. But
that's right. I mean, we've seen a couple of Marantz's lately, right? That they have a bad batch. Was it Marantz? Where the HDMI boards are going bad? Was it Marantz?
I think it was Denon. I think we had a couple of Denons.
We had a couple of them go out, and we think there's a bad batch. Well, that's one device. It's not contagious. Right. That's not how these things work. So yeah, I agree. You've got something real serious going on here, and you need to take care of it right and stop plugging things into that cable box. Yeah. want your question answered, send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.